Hey y'all! The time to register for your courses is coming up. We just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you why you should consider AP, dual credit, and on-ramps.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Gamboa. I attend the University of Texas at Austin. I am a sophomore and I graduated from Georgetown High School in 2023. I'm currently studying statistics and data science. And some tips I would like to give you guys about AP classes is first, if you guys don't like taking some of these classes, like maybe you don't want to major in English, it's a great way to get rid of them ahead of time, because once you take an AP class, for example, in English, then you can get that credit out of the way and you won't have to take it in college. Another thing that it could help you with is if you want to graduate early, which I'm sure a lot of you would, because once you get to college, the classes start costing a lot of money. So right now, in my sophomore year of college, right now my classes are costing $7 to $8 grand, which is not something you have to pay completely out of pocket if you can get grants and loans and things like that. But obviously, you don't want to have a bunch of debt when you come out of college. So it's best to take your AP classes right now. That way you can graduate early and you'll save a lot of money in the long run. So that's, I think, the main reason why anyone should take AP classes. Even if you don't feel like you're confident in your ability to maybe pass this class, it's better to risk, I'd say, spending $100 and maybe you get the credit. You don't have to get 100 on the AP test. That's another important thing to remember. For example, me, I wasn't very good at economics, but I decided to take the economics AP test just because I didn't know if maybe I could get the credit that I wanted out of it. I ended up doing, probably as, not amazing. I didn't feel great about the test afterwards, but I ended up getting enough points on the exam to end up being able to get the credit in college. And so there I saved, a couple $1,000s just because I decided to risk it and take the test. So yes, you don't have to be geniuses. All you have to do is take a chance, and you will save a lot of money in the long run, and a lot of time too. So that's why I think you guys should take AP classes.
When I take advanced classes, I'm really learning how to manage my time, learn how to do my homework, but also when to do my homework, and how much I should do at night, and really learning how to manage what I do on a day-to-day basis so that it all gets in.
I feel like the biggest skill that I've learned is really advocating for yourself. I'm one that you will always see in tutorials, especially if it's math class, because that's not my best subject, but that doesn't mean that necessarily I can't be in an advanced class for that. I'm actually in an AP calculus class right now, and I'm always in tutorials, and your teachers are really there to help you succeed. And so I think learning to advocate for myself and really ask questions and not be afraid has really helped me succeed in that class.
In my advanced courses, I would say the classroom environment is very more focused and there's more discussion because people are very on task and they're in the class for a reason.
Well, I'm in dual credit, and I would say the environment is very warm and helpful because if we need help, we're all able to just ask around to our peers and teachers and be like, what should I change? How should I fix this to make it better?
I feel that AP helps you gain a lot of skills when it comes to time management and being independent. They're not skills that you need to have before going into the class. If anything, these classes are built to help you gain those skills, and you don't have to be the top of your class or anything. It just helps you challenge yourself and push yourself, and it helps you in the future long term for sure.
I really liked taking dual credit classes because it felt very grown up. It felt very personal. For example, it's a little thing, but it goes a long way. Whenever we did lectures in my English class, the first semester, all of the slideshows had been made the week before, and they had current events in them and stuff that connected with us.
Another thing I love is that we had a group discussion thing where we would read a certain passage or text before class started, and then we would discuss it, share our ideas, our opinions, and it was just really interesting to see how other people think, and it really practices critical thinking.
I love the humanities course because there was just kind of, like I said before, a community. The teachers cared about you, and we had a lot of group projects and interactive stuff, and so you started to feel like the people around you cared about you also.
It's about as simple as it gets. It's time and money saved. Once you go to college or approach higher education, per se as a freshman, you're gonna have to tackle the basics in college one way or another. To my idea is just get the basics done now, that way once you're actually in the college or in the university that you wish to get to, you don't have to be held back by the simple subjects that nobody actually wants to take.
I feel like AP classes gives me a bit more to latch onto when it comes to my personal growth within my overall education, not just as a student, but also as a person. It can be challenging at times, and I've definitely had my fair share of times with burnout and stuff like that. But I think that if you're really looking to challenge yourself, but also to grow in areas that you find genuine interest in, I think that it is worth it taking those EP classes and just, figuring stuff out.
Myth number 1, you have to be the smartest in your class to be in advanced courses.
Personally, in my experience, in my freshman year, I didn't join any AP classes. I was only in one advanced class, but then this year, my sophomore year, I wanted to challenge myself to join an AP World class, and then it honestly wasn't that bad. It can be a lot of overwork sometimes, but sometimes it can actually help you learn. What about you?
Okay, for me, dual credit, really wasn't that bad either. You can ask for help from the professors, or if you're struggling with an essay, ACC has their website and tools that you can use to help you with that, so it really wasn't a lot of that.
Myth number 2, advanced courses are too difficult and too time consuming.
Well, personally for me, I feel like AP classes aren't too bad since all the teachers provide a ton of extra credit, and it helps you so much in the long run, and there's always opportunities for makeup work, and if your grade is ever struggling, if you're willing to put in that effort, it's always going to go up. What about you?
That's fascinating, Ole. For me, I find that teachers will always be supportive of you. They're willing to come in before or after school if you ever need help, and I just find that so rewarding, and I find that so amazing that teachers will do that for you, and that's how I find it in my experience.
Myth number 3, you can't do advanced placement courses while doing extracurriculars. Actually, that's pretty false because most of the people in advanced placement courses are also in extracurricular activities. I'm in a bunch. So basically, I do advanced placement courses like AP English, AP History, and I used to be in AP Chem, but I do a lot of fine arts. I do varsity theater, varsity choir, show choir, and I also do a bunch of things for the superintendent. The first time I ever did all of these things together, it was really overwhelming, but I had teachers to support me the whole entire time.
I'm Shalene Gilly, a counselor at Georgetown High School. If students want to sign up for AP or advanced classes, they can speak with their counselor and make that selection on their course selection sheet when it's time for registration in January.